Hello, 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 and what is up, everyone? We're in GTAV, and I'm playing on the single player, screwing around with mods. As you see, I got GTA 4's Contender here. I got pretty much every other car from GTA 4 in the game somewhere. Is that one of them? Yeah, that was a weird truck thing that no one really cares about, but that's in here anyway. I got bored with the online because everything's expensive, and I'm a firm believer that video games should not feel like a job. Okay? It's not what they're supposed to be. I mean, why would I spend countless hours trying to buy an airplane online when I can spawn it in 5 seconds offline? You know? It's just not really worth it. Plus, I get all these other vehicles that they'll never put in the game because they can't sell them for millions of dollars. Like this Contender. And, the Uranus. The normal Bobcat that's way better than the one they put in GTAV. The step sides, man, you cannot beat the step sides. Anyway. I'm getting a lot of lag right now because the recording. I don't know if this will show up in the video or not, but we'll just have to see. I might not even post it if it's bad enough. We're gonna go down to the beach here because that's just happened to be where we ended up. Move. Yeah, they're gonna be feeling that in the morning. Anyway. Why is there why is there a dump truck on the beach? It's kinda, I mean, the IV pack also changes the traffic, but still there's a dump truck on the beach. What the heck? Anyway. I don't think peds are going to spawn. I turned off the ped spawning. I just find the screams annoying after a while, and I apologize if that disappoints you in any way. Seriously, sometimes I feel like they try to make the pedestrians as annoying as possible so you don't feel sorry for killing them. It's a plausible theory. There's not a whole lot of evidence aside from the fact that they're extremely annoying. And we have lost most of our front end. We got one fender hanging on. I'm gonna switch cars. Alright, I'll just do a completely random car. Get ready to laugh if it ends up being a giant ass plane or boat. I guess it could be a train too. Nope. It's a minivan. Of all the cars in the game, we got a minivan. How creative. No, it's not even the. It's just the regular minivan. I don't know. Should we just do random car reviews? We can start with this. Okay, the minivan. It holds 4 people. It moves. Not particularly quickly. It looks okay. It has a spoiler. I don't know why. Because they care about their downforce. Or maybe it's for looks, I have no idea. It does not climb hills very well. I remember... Here, we'll try to climb this, so I'll prove it to you. Oh, look at that, this is an F&J. Full metal jacket. And you can see we are inching up the hill. The minivan, it's actually doing okay right now. Jeez. Okay, I guess it's fine with this. So is almost every other car in the game. Whatever. Let's go back to the highway and get a new car to review. Because why not? So there's not much excitement to be had with a minivan. Okay? Usually by the time you get a minivan, the exciting part of your life is over. It's all just the credits from there, my friend. So, all just the credits. Now it's naked. So, you lost everything on that one crash, holy crap. And the front wheel is locked up. Yeah, this is a good time to get a new car. The best time to get a new car. Alright. What does the random number God have for us now? It took my advice. It got more creative. Good for it. Turismo. Okay, this has probably got to be one of the best deals you can get online. It's like $500,000 for a reasonably fast supercar. It undercuts most of the supercars even. It's like the Cheetah's 600 something thousand. And pretty much everything they come up with now is over $1 million. This is one of the first DLC cars in the game and probably one of the best deals. Also looks pretty cool. What I like to do is I like to paint it all red, like even the parts that are normally black. Let's see if I can find a custom version of this. Here it is. Yeah, like that. Now it looks even better. I don't really care for excessive carbon on cars. It's like chrome. It's kind of just doesn't look that great. Anyway, so they keep talking about Grand Theft Auto 6. which is probably several years away. My prediction is that it'll be out sometime in 2021, and that's just kind of out of the blue based on other things. Now, you can take that for a grain of salt because I barely know what they're planning. I don't know what they're planning. But, yeah. So I want for GTA 6 is for them to add in all the stuff from all the cars they cut from GTA 4 and just... Despite how I hated on the minivan, they need a lot more normal, boring cars. I mean, come on, we got a traffic full of Land Rovers, Volkswagen buses, and Escalades right now. G-Wagons and Chargers. It's not the most realistic traffic ever. I mean, I get people are really into SUVs out here in pickups, and they kind of change to reflect that. I kind of understand what they are going for, but still, you need more boring sedans. So right now, the most boring car in the world is the Astro. Well, in this game anyway, not in the world. Well, if you consider what it's based on, yeah, it is kind of the most boring car in the world. But, yeah. There's not really any cars that don't stand out for at least some minor reason. Like the Regina is an old beat-up station wagon. If I say it's an old station wagon, you know exactly what car I'm talking about because it's the only one in the game that's like that. I guess it's not really beat up, but you know what I mean. Slow as crap. Now, what's the next random car? It's a flatbed trailer. It's flat. You can hook it up to a semi. You can put stuff on it. That's all I can think to say about it. It's got air brakes. Cadillac. It's Virgo. I don't know if anyone was disappointed when this came out, because kind of... The front end's just kind of weird. It's okay once you get used to it, but when this came out and everyone was expecting Grand Theft Auto 4's Virgo, which came out later, it's probably kind of a disappointment. I said, it's not a terrible car. It looks okay if you paint it the right color. It's got some customization. It's not particularly fast compared to other muscle cars, but it's okay. I wouldn't race with it because it's kind of slow off the line, but still. It's fun to goof around with. I don't think it's too expensive. It's like, what, 150, 200,000 maybe? I kind of forget. There's not really much else to say about it. It's a slightly above average car. It can only hold 2 people. So next vehicle. Damon. Alright, so this is like your chopper bike. It's got more customization than the Hexter, so I think it's more popular. And again, they came out with a new version of it that's probably got even more customization, so I don't think anybody actually uses this online. You can get it for free, but I don't think anybody actually... Well, that was interesting. I don't think anybody actually uses it. Except, well, you know, everybody's gonna... Every vehicle has somebody that uses it at some point, I guess. I don't think there's none that literally nobody uses. But so... Like, your newer players might have one of these because they can get it for free. It looks okay. It's got flames and everything. It's kind of cool. Anyway. Let's go back to GTA 6. Things I want in GTA 6. Well, besides, you know, to bring back the vehicles that they cut out of GTA 5, ones that were in GTA 4, that probably made no sense whatsoever. I want to see, like, a different class system for cars. Okay, like right now they got sedans, coupes, SUVs, super sports, muscles. What I think would be cool is if they went with a system that was similar to Forza, where, you know, you have like Class A cars, Class B cars, Class C cars, and then, you know, let's say this thing is Class C. Then you can modify it up to like Class B or Class A depending on modifications you do to it. And what that would do, that would take away your preference for super races, and then it would just be Class A races instead, and then you'd have a lot wider variety of cars being used in races. And if they make it so you can do more modifications to cars, like make them faster, like you have less useless cars like the Emperor over here, or the Surfer, or whatever, and you'd actually be able to use them in races competitively. And it gives those cars more of a purpose to exist, because there's so many cars in this game that just aren't competitive. And really all you have to do is change a few numbers around to make them faster. So why don't they add like more engine modification options? You know, like EMS stage 5, 6, 7, 8, all the way until the car just performs just as well as a Turismo or XA21. What is the fastest car now? I don't know, but I think I broke something on the front. Front does not sound good. Anyway, next random car. Lifeguard SUV. It's a big yellow SUV, and it drives on the beach, and it guards people's lives. And it has a surfboard, so you can go surfing. Does this even appear online? I don't think it does. And it's basically just a Granger with a lifeguard livery and some equipment on top. And now it's upside down. Yeah. Next vehicle. That's something I didn't expect. It's that weird alien car that does weird alien things, like make weird sounds. And it's like the center of the UFO myth because people think it causes the UFOs to do weird things, or the UFOs cause it to do weird things, or whatever. I think it also can hover, not hover, but glide. We'll try that. Yeah, I don't really see how that works. That's another one that I don't think appears online. I think people have hacked it to be online, but I don't think it shows up online. Which is weird because knowing Rockstar, you know, they could bring this, they could put it on San Andreas Super Autos or whatever, and you know what they're going to charge for it? They're going to charge like $500,000-$600,000 for a dune buggy with trash cans taped to it. You know they would. And look what they're doing with the laser. It's going for like $6-something million, which, to be honest, is a ripoff. Because look at the Hydra. I mean, it's like $3.5 million, I think, for the Hydra. When you buy the Hydra now, you basically get two of them. Because you can take the one from Pegasus and stick it in your hangar. So then you have a Hydra that you can call from Pegasus, and another one that you can have as your personal vehicle. So you can call your personal vehicle up and then have Pegasus deliver one and use that other one for a friend. Or as a spare Hydra, I guess. So basically, you're getting two Hydras for the price of one. In Laser, you're paying twice as much for one plane. So effectively, the Hydra is a quarter of the price of the Laser. For what it gives you. And you can't customize the Laser or the Hydra at all. You can change the color and that's about it. And something I didn't know until recently, the Hydra is actually faster than the Laser is. Once it gets going. What is that? It's a Kuntesh. So, other things I'd like to see in GTA 6. I would like another map like GTAV where it's more varied and not like GTA 4 where it's all just one city and it's kind of boring after a while. And the problem with GTA 4 is there wasn't really anywhere to just get out and drive. There wasn't any big open areas like there are here. I mean, you had the airport, but as soon as you go in the airport, you get 4 stars on you. And there wasn't much of a way to get around that. I mean, I guess you could if you had mods, but yeah. Anyway, I also like to see the return of hovercraft. So now we have like normal amphibious vehicles like the APC, the Laser Aqua, and the Technical Aqua. So I think hovercrafts can come back too. Like the Vortex from San Andreas or the Bobber from Vice City Stories. Correct. Is it Bobber or Bover? The Bobber. No, it's not Bobber. Anyway, that is a really green surfer. Just like pea green. Anyway, getting me distracted right now. Let's go up here. Really? I was going to fall all the way here. There we go. I don't know if that was lag or that Dan was moving really fast. Anyway. Another thing that I think we can expect to see is the custom version of cars getting removed and then all the custom options being moved to the standard version. Which means I think you'll also be able to put hydraulics on everything. Aside from like motorcycles and trucks and stuff that hydraulics would be completely ridiculous on. And really, isn't this four-wheel drive? Why can I not get up this hill? It's because the wheel's locked up. Let's go with another random vehicle. Oh, that just made everything worse. We got a UPS truck. The review is it can't go up hills. You can go postal, except when that involves climbing a hill. We forgot to mention that. It's our business statement. We'll go everywhere as long as it doesn't involve going up a hill. Anyway, that's completely useless in this situation. Oh, Sacro. Oh, these are nice. Yeah, I really like the Debauchee's engine sound. Especially the Rapid GT, not so much the Sacro, but the Rapid GT's engine is pretty cool. Where are we even? I don't even remember this place. It's like, this is the place where you take the insurgents after the heist. It's like a little fishing dock. That's cool. Anyway, the Massacro is a sports car. It does things that sports cars do. Like looking really cool. Getting the attention of attractive lady friends. And driving down the road at ridiculous speeds, only to be stopped by an immovable object such as a telephone pole. It's fast, it looks cool. what else is there to say? It's what, like 250,000 online to buy, which isn't too bad, especially compared to some of the stuff that came out after it, like the links. Anyway, it's a fun car to drive if you want a moderately sporty car. It's pretty good in its class. It's pretty competitive, especially the race car version. I'm not really a fan of the race car versions because their paint scheme just doesn't really appeal to me. Yeah, anyway, moving on. What's the next car? Tow truck. Can we go hook up to the unicycle? Anyway, it's a big truck that can tow things. How exciting is that? You can pull cars with it. Also, the lights kind of work. I can barely see them. Maybe it'll work better at night. We'll progress time forward. Yeah, see, now you can really see the lights. I know this doesn't appear online, and there's a reason for that. Like in the really early versions, like on the Xbox 360 and PS3, you could find like the tow truck online and it appear in pretty much the same place that it would offline, which is by that one garage in the north part of the map. But they took it out because if anybody tried to use it as a tow truck, it would freeze up the entire freaking game. And that's why they don't appear online anymore. I like the smaller tow truck better, and to be honest, this is one of the vehicles that they could cut from GTA 6, and I don't think anybody would really care because they have the other tow truck. As long as they don't cut them both, then maybe someone will complain. Anyway, what is the next random vehicle to review? A thrust. So this is another one of the early DLC vehicles, like the Turismo. I think it goes for 75 grand online. I'm just gonna say it's not really worth it because the Batty and the Akuma are much less than that, and they're both completely superior to this in every single way. It's not a terrible looking bike. It looks kind of cool. It's okay performance-wise, but I wouldn't really say it's competitive. Because hell, the Batty and the Akuma are still some of the most competitive bikes. And the Hakicho Drag are like the only ones that come out since then that can compete with them most of the time. I guess a Vindicator could, but I don't think they'd allow it in any race with normal motorcycles. So, yeah. Maybe the Diabolus might. I don't really know. Diabolus looks pretty cool when it's fully modified. Anyway, the thrust itself is pretty forgettable, and Once again, it's one of those vehicles where I don't think anybody would care if it got cut, because nobody really uses it anyway. It's just kind of there. And the T20. It's insanely fast. It's it's one of the top tier supercars in the game. So like if we went to the Forza system, this would probably be on the edge of Class S or R even. I think the RE7B can compete with it. The Zentorno, Prototipo, and some other junk. I don't know. They have so many fucking supercars in this game, I can't even remember half of them. So, yeah. What sets the T20 apart from other supercars is it's got active aerodynamics. Also, this is one of the last cars that came out on the old versions of the game, the Xbox 360 PS3 versions. Or I think it still reigns supreme as the hands down best car of the game. I'm not really a fan of supercars, especially since this game has like 500,000 of them. And I mean, they're running out of ideas. My next car. It's a boat. It's a boat on land, therefore it is useless. Lost Slam Band. So what I don't get is when the Slam Band Custom came out, they didn't give the bed cover as an option here. That would have made sense, but I guess the door animations would have been difficult or something along the lines of that. It's not regularly available online. It just kind of appears in some missions that involve the loss. I don't think you can keep it even, but it's pretty much got the same handling and engine sound as a regular Slam Van, so it's not extremely special. It's just a Slam Van van as opposed to a Slam Van pickup, and it's got lost decals on the side. This is basically the GTA 4 Slam Van. So next random vehicle. It's a blimp, it's a blimp, it's a blimp, 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 it's a blimp, it's a blimp, it's a blimp, blimp, blimp. Yeah, well, you see, it is a big giant balloon. You have a little tiny cab below the big giant balloon, and it's got little tiny propellers that push it through the air. Also, it explodes really easily. And I think it floats. I think. Yeah. Let me turn back a bit. Get some more daylight. This was not something I was expecting to get. None of the ID pack vehicles appearing. It's kind of disappointing. I'm having somebody's fun at car level. Oh. I was thinking the blimp would explode or something. Is my racetrack still here? Yeah, the racetrack's still up. It's a copy of one of the multiplayer tracks. Multiplayer stunt tracks online. Landing in the weird pit. Front end is bent in a really weird angle. Yeah, this is a Marble from GTA 4. It's just kind of your standard sedan type car. And one of the many standard sedan type cars that they cut from 5. For no real reason. My only guess is they were trying to focus the traffic more on SUVs, which I guess is a bit more realistic for the region. Well, they also cut SUVs too. They cut the Rebla and the other Range Rover. I forgot. The Huntley Sport. And they put in the newer Range Rovers, and it's like, honestly, I think Rockstar has an obsession with Range Rovers or something. Especially since they were the only SUVs that you could drive in Midnight Club LA. They gave you one for free, which made having the other one completely pointless because it had worse performance. Actually, that's the car I'm trying to spawn. The Rebla. I got that from GTA 5. It wasn't the car I was trying to spawn, but it's another one I was trying to spawn up. It's kind of a ugly looking crossover thing. I guess most crossovers are kind of ugly. Car culture is going down the drain. It's a sad thing. Anyway, yeah, I think I'm just going to end the video here before it goes on for eternity. So, yeah, I'll see when I want to make another video, which I don't know. I kind of make videos on a random basis anymore, so, yeah. Anyway, goodbye for now.